The newest Demon Slayer movie, Infinity Castle, has been generating a lot of buzz thanks to its record-breaking numbers. It's already the 6th highest-grossing movie of 2025 and is well on its way to making $1 billion. But I've been seeing a growing trend online that these movies will bring about the death of anime, as the success of the film they feel will be prioritized over seasonal anime. The rabbit hole that involves canon movies and this argument is deeper than you might think, so strap in, because today I'm going to answer the question: are the Demon Slayer movies actually ruining anime?
Climactic battle against the evil Naraku, Inuyasha and his friends defeat their...
Anime series have been getting films basically since anime has been a thing, and during that time there have been two distinct types of films being created. First, there's the side story. Some examples of the side story movies are films like any Pokemon movie, Cowboy Bebop Knocking on Heaven's Door, or the My Hero Academia films. As the name implies, these are basically a filler arc with a much bigger budget. I'm not dissing on them, however. I actually really like a lot of these films. They're fun ways to see fan favorite characters in a new setting and with a bigger budget. The core issue to me is that nothing in these films have any weight or character development. Since they can't really affect the sacred timeline of the manga, the film is forced to actively avoid affecting the canon and thus must not have any lasting consequences, good or bad. Like how in My Hero Academia's third movie, Bakugo and Deku get to go full Super Saiyan for the epic climax, but then Bakugo conveniently gets amnesia and Deku decides not to tell him about the events for basically no reason whatsoever. The other type of film is the canon films, such as the Demon Slayer movies.
Everybody's after my chainsaw heart! What about my heart? Genji!
To give a bit more depth to the argument online, the fear is that the success of the Demon Slayer movies is creating a new, dangerous trend of replacing TV seasons with movies, stretching out the story for years. If this would happen, it would mean less anime seasons and more details from the manga being left out. And the newest blame is the canon films. The only issue with this argument, this isn't a new trend at all.
For who would lose? Though full of pain, this intellectual being.
Canon movies have actually been going on for decades and have played a vital part in the medium. In 2005, the original Fullmetal Alchemist series concluded with the film The Conqueror of Shambhala. A few years later, the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya received its own film, The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, which adapted a pretty substantial arc from the novel and did so with some stunning visuals. The most notable example of a canon film is of course the end of Evangelion, which I feel needs no introduction. Now I will concede that these films can be a bit controversial, but honestly I think that's a good thing, and I'll get to why in just a second. Non-canon films are fun, but they aren't events in the same way as Haikyuu's Dumpster Battle or Jujutsu Kaisen Zero were. The benefit of these films is that while they take a bit longer to release, they can permanently affect the canon, give us big battles with actual stakes, all with the budget we could only dream of with TV anime, and do so in just a couple hours. I love anime series and obviously don't want them to go anywhere, but I can't deny it's fun sometimes to switch the pace to a more tightly paced cinematic experience. I mentioned before that canon films can be controversial, but that's because there's actual conversations happening around the films, which is significantly less common with non-canon films. Now, this leads me to the biggest reason why I feel anime can benefit from canon films, and that is because they create an event. Going to the movie theater can be a magical event. Through it we can get the insane hype and discussions from the MCU up until Endgame. Barbenheimer was born, and even the infamous Minecraft movie theater experience was all born from them being movies. When people are excited about a movie, they get to experience it together. It becomes a worldwide sensation and event that everyone is enjoying and actively participating in together. Ever since COVID, other than those rare instances, it hasn't really felt the same, and I miss it. That's why the idea of an anime feature film having this level of hype gets me excited. When a new episode drops, it is of course a big event as well, but it's not an event in a theater, and it's usually alone in my room, to be honest. And that's the true beauty of this approach. You get both the hype of the new seasons and the excitement and hype of a new film. It's a win-win in my book. I don't see anime becoming mostly film adaptations anytime soon. I hope it doesn't. Instead, I see anime choosing to give us different experiences with the stories we love. Sure, films may take a while to be created, but when they do release, I hope I can feel that movie magic. Thanks for watching, and since you made it this far, that must mean that you enjoyed the video. I'd love to hear your thoughts on canon and non-canon films in the comments, and subscribing would be a really cool way to help me out. And with that, thanks for watching.